Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and we are going to do a top 5 or however many I decide to do baits. Some stuff that I have some confidence in, and then some stuff that I know that works that I don't really throw much. So we'll do soft plastics last, and we will go ahead and get into the hard baits. So we'll start with top water first. We'll just go water column by water column. That's something that I would like to use. So you can either use, what I like to use is some sort of prop bait. So that could either be your whopper ploppers, or a pencil bait like this with a plop on the back. So whopper plopper or this, or if you know, for the people that don't have baits like those, you can easily go and get a buzz bait, which in my opinion is just as good as those other baits. So I like to use this style in the fall with a trailer instead of a skirt. This is the War Eagle. It come with a, I think it's a Yum Frog. That one was too big and it took one of my tails off, so I had to come up with something else. So I put the ribbit toad on here. So these work pretty good. So that's another option if you want to try to look at some top water. Next, that's it for what I would use on the top. Either some sort of walking bait with a prop or a buzz bait. You can also use a frog. I mainly use the frogs in like late spring, summer. So let's do, I don't want to say, kind of like mid-range. So you got a couple of options for mid-range. That being, you could use a square bill. So what I like to use, my pond is very stained, so I like to use bright colors. If you had a clear lake or pond, I'd probably go with I can get it out. Let's use this one. Like a bluegill pattern, if you got real clear. But if not, my pond's really stained, so I like, This is the one that I like to use the most. That one or this this really bright chartreuse one works really good. I think this is the pineapple color. If y'all are wondering, I have no idea what this color is at all, but it's a really good color. So there's, oh, and you also have these, which dive a little shallower than the regular square bills. These go 1 to 3 feet. This is a 6 cents Movement 80X. Works really good in ponds. Now we can get into the a little bit deeper, but not so deep. You can use 4 to 8 foot crankbait. Works really well. Or a rattle trap. So I like to use the silver and then a red. So red applies to more late fall, winter, but both of these work really good. So there's some color options for you. Even really muddy water, I like to use this one, the Fire Tiger. Let's see, that's about it. You know, with the crankbaits, you could use the crawl if you're more clear water, or the bluegill or the chartreuse patterns. There's that. Alright, and one of my favorite ways to catch fish is on a jerkbait. So I like to use, let me pull out my favorite color for y'all. This chrome with a black back and a red, an orange belly Works really, really good. This is a Smithwick Rattling Robe. Works really good. Another one that I like to use is this bass pattern Smithwick. It's just green on top and white on the bottom. I'm not sure what the color name is, but I say it looks like baby bass. That one, and then another one would be, if I can get it out, this Bone Pearl color from 6 Cents. Great. It's a great bait. So, depending on what you have in your lake will vary the colors you choose. But I find that a jerkbait, when the water starts getting cool, works really, really well. So that is kind of like the middle, and then we're gonna go another middle bait. A spinnerbait works really, really well in the fall. So either a shad pattern like this, or a white with a gold blade works really well. If I not drop it. These two work really well for me in the fall, these two colors. Gold blade for more sunny days, and then the silver for like overcast like this kind of day. So I'll actually be tying this one on in a second. I'm gonna leave it out. Alright, next we'll go, I don't want to do the plastics yet because that takes a little while, so we'll just go ahead and go to a jig. I like to use a football jig in the fall, or these little structured jigs. 6 Cents, those work really good. So my two, we'll just do two colors. So a black and blue or a crawl type color works really well for me. And some of it's stained, some of it's not stained. It's kind of like a weird situation. Like over here is really muddy. And some of the parts where like the cows can't get to is really clear. But it also has like a more stable bottom. This is just like mud and sand, and over there it's got a bunch of timber and stuff like that. So these two colors work really well. And like I said, you can use, I would use either a football head like that, or a one of these hybrid jigs. That's it for the jigs. You know, I like to mismatch my trailers. I like to put, if it's a black and blue jig, I'll put a green pumpkin trailer on it. That's just something that I like to do. I don't know why. I don't know if it gets more bites or what. I just always have done it, and I like doing it. So. Alright, soft plastics. You can use so many different types of soft plastics in the fall in general. Really, where I'm from, you can pretty much throw anything in the fall and get bit on it. I'm not saying that works for everybody, but down here where I'm at, it works. So, I'll just show y'all, where'd the other one go? I'll show y'all a couple of my favorites. Oh no, gotta find it. A couple of my favorites I like to throw in the fall. Let me find it real quick. Alright. So, we'll start with the bigger presentations first, because that's mainly what I throw. I like to throw these big old monsters in either a red bug color, this Tequila Sunrise, or a South Africa Special. Works really well for me in this kind of ish stained water. Also, this green pumpkin works really good. I Texas rig this, and I almost like it's crawling the bottom, but it's like twitching it, if you get what I'm saying. I don't really know what to call it, but I let it sit for a little while, and then I just start working it. And normally when I let it sit for about 5 seconds and then I start working it, I automatically almost have a fish every time. So that may be a little helpful trick that y'all can use. Also, another thing that I like to do is I like to throw swim baits. So these Reaction Innovations on the flashy swimmer hooks work really well when it's sunny outside. Alright, and finally, I like to Dropshot and Nico rig. So, not Nico rig, Ned rig. This isn't a typical Ned rig setup, but I use a Ned head, the bigger ones, with these, and this works really well. And then for a drop shot, I'd use the reddish color or purple robo worms. They work really well. And then finally, you can use this as a standalone bait, or if I can get it open, or you can put it on the back of one of your jigs. If I can ever get it. There we go. So this is Alabama crawl, or Bama crawl, whatever you want to call it. It's got green pumpkin on top and orange on the bottom. Works phenomenal as a Texas rig. So there is, I mean, I could go on and on and on of stuff that I normally catch fish with. Oh, let me show y'all this. Oh, I don't have it tied on. Crap. Well, what did I do with it? What did I do with it? Okay, that's not good. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Alright. So, another bait that I've been slaying them on is this new Z-Crawl worm. If y'all have not gotten this color, I mean, this worm, y'all need to. I got it in the California 420 and the plum color. Works really well. So, that's all I have for y'all. I'm about to go fishing because I cannot stand it any longer. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comment section. And I will see y'all on the next one.